Pro Bowl, man, put Tampa on the map.
First public skate park.
No pads, no rules.
Padless, no waivers, free.
Free public park.
Unfenced, unsupervised skate park.
Ditch bowl with some bumps in it.
Bank kind of snake run thing.
Snake run with a couple bumps and a curve around wall.
Weird little lips that you can barely grind on.
Bunch of moguls.
The little circle mogul line.
Get in a circular mode.
Super flow. Whoop-de-doos in the middle.
Super fun.
Rolled over lip.
Big bowl at the end.
Outdated dish.
Late 70s cement.
Graffitied all to hell.
Telephone pole at the end.
With all the moguls, the lines, so many lines.
You learn to flow.
Real fast.
Next to it was a playground with banks.
Huge early grab airs, bonuses, fast plants.
Boneless is over the slide.
Foot plants off the light poles.
Beam plants, like 540 barrels.
Dixon flips and Nolly Bixby. A gnarly neighborhood it's in.
In the middle of the projects.
Cemetery, downtown. The project,
Glass, dirt.
late night sessions. The jail.
Bowl is pretty much like my church.
There's nothing like it.
Never duplicated, never emulated. I've never seen anything that could even slightly compare to the bowl. This is a true skateboard environment. There's nobody here to tell you what to do. There's no rules, there's no pads, there's no waivers, there's no parents with their kids here on rollerblades, no fenced-in bullshit. This is the real deal. This is the Bro Bowl. This is what skateboarding is really about.
In 1975, Tampa Parks and Recreation employee Joel Jackson drove by a parking lot and saw kids having a skateboard competition. In those days, the skateboard craze mostly consisted of downhill rides weaving in and out of cones. Jackson thought a skate park would be ideal for the kids of Perry Harvey Senior Park in downtown Tampa. From his observation of the downhill contest and photos of pool riding in California, Jackson designed the bowl himself. In 1979, a free, ride-at-your-own-risk cement skate park was completed in downtown Tampa, Florida. Part downhill, part ditch, part pool.
Oh, the Bro Bowl. I'll never forget that. You're looking at, mid-70s. And the thing I remember mainly is because we had this rash of concrete parks that started springing up, like 1976, where we had Skateboard City in Port Orange, and then Paved Wave and Cocoa was next, and then just bam, 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 all these parks started landing in Florida.
I first skated the bowl probably, it would have been late 78 or 79 sometime. They built it in 78. And when they built, by the time they designed it and they actually built it, the skate parks had gone from being this low surfer influence to vertically orientated, so nobody even liked it.
And the thing about the Bro Bowl, when we heard that there was concrete over there, and that was always just a huge thriller for anyone in that era. And because skate parks were brand new, I mean, they had never existed in history.
There were two in Tampa. There was Skate Wave and Rainbow Wave. Skate Wave went first, Rainbow Wave went second. And there wasn't a concrete park left. Pretty much skateboarding shrunk up and disappeared.
So many of them literally went out of business and were torn down within 2 years, 3 years of cropping up. Only a couple of them survived.
And we sort of rediscovered the bowl because we had nothing to skate now.
Bro Bowl emerged victorious in the attrition rate of all those parks. It was left shining in my eyes. I thought it was cool.
That's the weirdest thing about it. Of all the things I've skated, there's nothing like that has that tranny and bank and pump bumps, like this ditch. It's like a ditch bowl with some bumps in it.
While the Bro Bowl is not the best design place, its fun level was just so up there on the scale. We had a blast.
I'm not very good at stories. If you had Chuck Holtz here, you would hear a lot of funny stories, because Chuck is just crazy.
Well, it was cement, and that was all the heck there was, and pretty much there wasn't anything else. And I just happened to move to Tampa, and it was there. I'd heard about it, but I'd never been there, and I don't know, it was super fun.
Living in the suburbs, nothing to do. Cincinnati, I need a brew.
Just having a place where I could just go pump around and skate and just not have any hassles, really. I mean, like I say, there was no pads, no rules,
That was kind of a beginning, In Florida, it's actually one of the really first public parks that you could just go up and skate, and really wasn't monitored. It was just an open thing for everybody to ride. And so it was like a backyard kind of an atmosphere as far as the session went, although you're right there on the side of the road. You know what I mean? And it's accessible to anybody.
Lenny Bird, Paul Schmidt, and I all headed over to St. Pete for the to ride the ramp, because we were in Tampa and St. Pete, you know, on the other side of the bridge there. So we're coming back across. I mean, we went over there. Of course, it rained.
When you get rained out on the wooden ramp, but you could still skate the Bro Bowl if you were light on your feet.
And we start riding the Bro Bowl. A few seconds later, it starts drizzling, and we're just slamming everywhere, man. I just remember seeing Paul just like on his back, feet sticking out of the ball, just sliding down like 3 or 4 times, you know. That was one of the really, I mean, that was fun. We had the best time, but we were destroyed.
83 or 84, I think there were pictures in Thrasher, and we did a contest there.
Paul and I threw a contest there, or whatever. Paul, our gang got together and had a contest, I should say.
We had TK from Atlanta with his Thrasher van parked there, and you know, he literally drive the cards right on next to the bowl and just barge it and have a contest. You know, we have people from all over the place.
I'm a cog in a wheel in a lubricated world, and I want to marry an office girl. I've got my tie on.
Same way we had our backyard ramp contest, you know, through Just for Fun and our network of friends. I mean, you knew what every skateboarder in the state was doing all the time, because you were always keeping in touch, because there wasn't anybody to skate with, you know.
Noose around my neck. I'll go to drastic lengths to prove I'm not an idiot. I've got my tie, so I'll be sure to hold myself alive.
Me and McGuigan tied for 3rd. Maybe Michael Daly got 2nd.
I've got my tie on.
And Sam Meyer got 1st. But yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, we had a whole little gig there.
We got to skate with a lot of cool people. I mean, skating there with Monty, you know, that was pretty cool to see somebody like that. Chuck Holtz was another person that skated there, and he had really cool, unique ways of skating it.
Roberto Cortez was super smooth and good in it, really good.
I've been skating the bowl since 1981, 82 when I went to college.
And he went to college and he didn't speak much English. Our talking was just the universal escape. And he had this such surf flow kind of style the way he skates.
See, because we couldn't know how to talk to him, so that's all we knew how to say.
But it was really cool because it's like how skating is its own language. We didn't need to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
We just need to skate.
First time I was there was Steve Marinac. He took me there. And we met with Paul, that I also met there, and John Brickley, and a few other people. Maybe Montinolde was there.
I remember him doing, like, we had skinnier trucks, just like doing, like, basically like little rollout wheelies on that little skinny lift.
When the wheels were like 60, 62, you know. Big old wheel. Go fast and faster, fast and faster, and between that I try to make a trick, you know. But I just speed mostly what I like over here, and the lines, there's so many lines. I was having a Walker board, I believe. A Walker, because I used to skate for Walker. Steve, how are you? Nice to meet you. Welcome to the bowl. Steve Rodriguez, at the bowl. How you doing, man? Documentary from the bowl. Yeah. Big guy. Definitely I was riding a Walker board. Maybe some Walker wheels, independent trucks definitely, but back in those days I was, when Bruce Walker had a team.
I mean, everyone's dropped in at the Bro Bowl from time to time, and especially the price tag was free to skate.
Everybody from Lester Kasai and Gator and all those people skated that bowl. Wow. So it wasn't like it's been sessioned by everybody when they came for the St. Pete Ramp Challenge, or at least a large quantity of people.
I skate for Deck Crafter Skateboards. Chuck Holtz, the greatest man-made skateboarder ever. Right here from, from Florida. Right here. Bro Bowl local, one of the original Bro Bowl grinders, right there behind Paul Schmidt. I was with Chuck Holtz and Schmidt and a couple of good buddies like from Jacksonville. We had all traveled down here and come into the St. Pete contest. But it was really a bowl that had some moguls in it that you could pump over and fly around. So it was really cool to be in a public park back then. I mean, what, mid-'80s? There was no public parks back then, especially that were good.
So who ripped the bowl the most in your mind? Sam Meyer? He won the contest when I used to have him there.
Tolly.
Yeah,
Tolly skated
rips the
real
ball.
good. Tolly skated real good. Still skating real good.
My buddy Jim McCarty from New Jersey, one of the guys that got me into skating, and took me to Grigley's ramp and like the Bro Bowl and turned me on to transition because I was just a little street grommet before I even knew about transition. And you know, we didn't have ramps for a while, so the Bro Bowl was our sanctuary. That's all we had. You learn to flow. I mean, with all the moguls, like people, we'd call them one-hit wonders. They'd go all the way around and then hit the last mogul and do an ollie over it, and didn't know actually how to flow through it, front side and back side. And it taught a lot of us how to actually carve and keep our speed, and that's the whole thing with a bowl. You know, if you don't use the two hills going down, then you know you're pretty useless.
Tolly was fast and unique, many lines.
Probably Boley. He was one of the first ones I saw when he was riding for Walker because he just had so much style. He would just like do 360s on the titty and just like smoothest person I've ever seen right there.
Little airs. He used to jump this gap, I believe. It's a rack and surf. One of the few who jumped this gap. Christian Hosoi was another one.
I saw Christian Hosoi was one of the persons that inspired me to launch out of it for the first time. He came there, I guess Monty was skating for him for Hosoi boards, and he did a different run than I was doing, but ollied out for the first time I'd ever seen anyone do it, and I was like, I want to do that.
My memory of the Bro Bowl was just getting there and just seeing a bunch of kids playing in the field and just kicking balls and hanging out, waiting for somebody to come up with their skateboards to come skate and to come and heckle and to tell them, hey, go for something, do a trick. And when we got there, I was like, man, this reminds me of, you know, back in my town, downtown LA, you know, Venice Beach area back in the, you know, early 80s when it was just hardcore street life.
Every major skater in the world has had an experience at the Bro Bowl, and there's few places in skateboarding that can say, man, that's iconic. You know, it really sets apart what skateboarders and skateboarding is about, because it's been around just long enough to where you can look back and have an appreciation for where it's come from.
That's the first place I saw a switch frontside varial happen. The Bro Bowl is the first spot Tony Alva. I got nothing. You know, it's one of those spots that I think are important because it's Tampa and skateboarding. It's what was here and what it was about.
I moved to Tampa in like 91 or so. Of course, one of the first places I hit up when I got here, you know, meeting the locals and stuff, and pretty much haven't stopped going there since.
I choose to venture in myself, I see I'm hollow in the center. Raps of iron hold my soul where no man can enter. Return to reality. Live and let live, but death's in the midst. In opposition to your pleasure, it persists.
Bowl is pretty much like my church. Keeps me sane, keeps me out of trouble. Been skating here for about, I don't know, 21, 22 years now. It's about the only place I can come and get away from it all. Everybody used to just haul, do like huge early grab airs, balances, fast plants, all the like 80s ramp style tricks. They used to make fun of us for our baggy clothes, call us the Ollie kids, give us shit for coming down here. But then in 91, we went to the little baby bearing cover wheels we used to grind. We used to even grind the tops of the moguls, but we couldn't get any speed either, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. Basically, we caught hell. We were like the outcasts, and now I'm the old man, and it's a new generation of kids coming along.
I skate the bowl because it's crazy. There's like a lot of dips in there. I just be hitting any dip and just go and just curve and just go and skate real fast. It's fun.
I don't know. I just go. You go mad fast. And shit. I don't know. You just go. You be out. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Bro bowl, son.
Nice little cruise.
They are taking over the culture.
The what?
The culture. The movies, books, clothes, music.
All the way from the top of the hill, hit all 3 bumps coming down, go all the way around top of the wall.
Just go fast and try not to fall. Real fast, real fast.
A little gap, walk around.
If you don't go fast, then you're not doing nothing.
Yeah, you gotta be out. You gotta go fast.
OD fast.
OD. I was just going real fast, almost died.
Yeah, me too.
That's the only scary story I got.
You OD fast.
Real fast. The old school guys, they're the ones that had the lines, the speed, the style. And that's what we all used to emulate. We were all street skaters. We didn't know nothing about speed or carving or pumping or any of that. We couldn't afford ramps. If we had a jump ramp, we were lucky. So once we found this, it was like a haven.
That little area there had all those little, sort of that street skating kind of effect around the outer edges of it.
But I used to go over there and do bonuses over the slide, and I skated there just as, you know, a lot too. Because it was there during the, you know, early 80s, mid 80s when street skating was just starting to be called something.
Whenever the bowl was too crowded, I mean, I would go skate the hip over there. And that's one of the, I mean, I learned to skate that hip. That was before there were hips in skate parks. You know, that was before pyramids existed. We skated that hip when I was in junior high and high school.
We keep it real, something Tampa's never seen, you know what I'm saying?
In the 90s and early 2000s, got more coverage than the Bro Bowl itself. The banks, yeah, the brick banks.
Big shouts out to Kenny K. Rest in peace. Alright, we come to you like this. From the blue chair to the honeycomb hideout to sight and sound. We come to you in surround sound. It's good to hear some music again from my man, the grand extravagant, incredible, funk, ghost.
Greetings. Yeah. all right. I'm just tripping.
Back in, like when I was doing the head judging for FASL, the Florida Amateur Skateboard League, I'd come over, I'd judge contests in Brandon, and we would go hit the bowl. And that's when Andrew Reynolds was like this big. You know, he would show up there, and he was just this tiny little kid. You know, was really, really good.
And Andrew Reynolds doing the kickflip backside grab out of it onto the basketball court in the Birdhouse video. That shit was dope.
I want to see Reynolds do that kickflip melon again because I heard that he did it, but it's pretty crazy over there.
Man, seen that in person.
Gap.
It's pretty hard, man. I've tried to ollie it, and it's pretty damn hard. It's not the fact how far it is, it's the run up you have to get to it. Like going Mach 10 over the weird moguls in the middle.
I've seen a couple other local kids though launch out of it too back in the day when we were like riding it. A couple little Tampa kids when we were riding it all the time. Seen a bunch of more people do it, you know. But then once Andrew Reynolds did it, it's like, okay, cheers. So it's like after seeing him, it's like mine don't count anymore. We used to know a couple little kids that we used to always let ride our boards. Earl was one of the original kids that rode there, and he was like early 80s, and he could do 360 rock and rolls, fakies. He rode the best, and then Cedric. Everyone knows Cedric, you know. Yeah, totally. He's been in like Trans World and stuff like that.
That one kid, Fern, was up there, and he was skating, killing it. Nice style carving, but he had a busted skateboard. And I was like, man, if this kid had the right equipment, you know, he could probably do something with this.
Just one day, some guy saw me skating named Mike. Saw me skating, saw how good I was on my old board. Saw how good I was carving, so he like gave me a chance to get one on a new board.
I got finished skating and didn't have an extra board. I just gave him mine. You know, I could get another one. Even if I couldn't, I still would have gave it to him. could change his life. Now every time I go down there, he's still down there killing it.
Keeps kids safe. Like, it's more of a community. You make a lot of friends and stuff. Like, you're safe, you could say.
Every December, the skate park at Tampa have this thing called Boards for Bros.
Of course, leave it to Paul Schmidt come up with a great idea. I'm down here with him, Ed Womble, someone else. And he's like, you know what you should do? All these kids need skateboards. And you have used skateboards at the park all the time. Why don't you just collect them up and put them together and give them to the kids? And you're like, duh, why didn't we think of that? Of course, man, we sell so many skateboards, it's insane. And people take their boards off and they sell them for $5 or $10 or give them away to kids or try to give them to us, go, hey, will you give this to someone? So it was like, hey, just collect all that up. And so that's how Boards for Bros started. I think the first year we got like 30 or 40 skateboards. And then year 2 we had 180, and then last year in 08 we had like 225 or 230. So yeah, it's kind of gained a little bit of momentum, you know.
Well, right around Christmas time, they get somebody to dress up like Santa Claus, and we